Hi, it is me, Jordan Long here, or Jordan Mulan Long here, and today did this ever happen to you? Now, this happened like a month ago, so it isn't anything new, but it is something that, you know, that I like to talk about. So, you know, the file, which in the file overseer known as camera roll or shooter roll, where every film or even likeness goes to, unless you go into the settings and tell it no and put it somewhere else. Fuck. And sadly, Windows will get a glitch where this tool, goes away. Be like, I want to make a film, or, oh, sorry, this cannot be kept. Why is that? I don't know. And then small soft Windows Fighter come in saying blocked unknown at blocked on block the unknown asking. Oh shit. How did I think I lost shooter roll? Yeah, how did you lose shooter roll? I don't know. Yeah, how could it lose shooter roll? And if you go on the interwebs, you know, they're gonna be whiffs telling you that, oh well, first you need to go into this setting and undo this, and you got to clean this shit out, and you got to set this back to workyard settings and all this shit. Yeah, make you fuck around with every tool and setting that there is in Windows 11. you know, when the smoothest thing you can do is to unplug your mouse where your mouse is plugged in at, unplug your web shooter is at, then put your web shooter where your mouse was plugged in at, and then put your mouse where your web shooter was plugged in at. And that seemed to work for me, because next thing I know, the shooter roll tool was back, or the glitch, or whatever it was that made Windows not be not that could not let it seek that tool or that file was in file overseer. Well, I can seek it now. So you're telling me that you didn't you're telling me I have to shift where the mouse was at and where the web shooter was at just so you could see that you still had the shooter roll tool? Yeah. What do you think of that? I had that in there for at least 3 months. And now you're telling me that's the wrong side to have it in? Yeah, what do you know about me? I get bugs and glitches. Well, that's... And tell me, how shifting out the web shooter where the mouse was at and putting a mouse where the web shooter is at, how did that heal you? Oh, I don't know, but somehow it did. Yeah, you're not going to read that anywhere. You're not going to read that anywhere on no website. No need if you looked it up on Google, Yahoo, or Bing or whatever. Not even if you even looked it up through, Google's fake mind mode, which helps you look up things too. You're not going to seek that anywhere. That's not going to come up as the smooth heal to that bind. Sadly, folks are going to say, you got to go into this setting and you got to undo these settings and you got to go these tools and set these tools back to the way they were and, to work yard settings and shit like that. Because they're not going to tell you the smoothest thing to do is either put your web shooter where your mouse was at and put your mouse where your web shooter was at. Some folks are going to say, oh, you can make a double of that file and then write it what it was and you'll have it again. Yeah, if Windows will let you do that. Anyway, that's all the time I got here. Give this film a like, share and playlist it, and I'll see you later.